Good afternoon. This is Professor D, and I'm here with Julia Sleazer, and we are starting off with action right now. You're seeing the Dallas Inception taking on Uinta Madness. Looks like the Inception jammer right now, that's 151. And that would be the enabler. He has attained a lead to jammer status for the Dallas Inception. Mr. Testosterone not out of the pack yet.
Have had some fun this weekend.
All right, so he calls off the jam there after scoring 4 points on that pass.
And I believe it's the first time this time this is the first time ever in our history that we have announced together this rabbit. That's right.
And on the line there, we have for Uinta Madness, number 10, I believe it is. And, well, nope, they don't have a 10, so that's not a 10. It's a little bit difficult to see from this angle, but I'll get to see him here in a second. Oh, yeah, that's Milk Toast Boy. And Milk Toast Boy is out to be a lead jammer.
Looks like he is up against number 57, Johnny Turbo, for Dallas Inception, and he's going to go ahead and call it off. No points scored by Dallas, 2 points for Uinta. It's going to put us at Uinta 2, Dallas Inception 4, with 28.5 minutes left in this period.
Mr. Testosterone on the line for Uinta Madness, jamming once again, and over there for the Dallas Inception. We'll see him as he comes around here. Oh, that looks like Dick Diamond. Is that Dick Diamond out there wearing the star? No, that's Papa Bear. Papa Bear wearing the star for the Dallas Inception. As we have Mr. Testosterone has come around. He's lead jammer. He's approaching the pack on his scoring pass.
So both jammers are in their scoring pass right now. It's a matter of, is Uinta going to see Dallas approaching the back of the pack in time to call this off? Looks like he might be a little bit distracted. No, he's going to call it from the floor. That was Mr. T calling it from the floor. 3 points picked up by Uinta. No points picked up by Dallas. The jammer did not make it to the pack in time to pass anyone. So the score right now, Uinta 5, Dallas 4, 27-21 left on the clock.
Wearing the star for Dallas is going to be Dr. Feelgood.
Having a little bit of trouble seeing who we've got up next, and our stats are a little bit delayed, so we apologize for not being able to tell you the jammer straight away. We've got, looks like 2 Uinta blockers in the box, so Dallas has the advantage, and it looks like Dallas has lead jammer status. The Uinta jammer is caught up in the box. That is number 420.
That's Milk Toast Boy.
Milk Toast Boy. I know that reference, but I can't remember where it's from. So he's getting really torn up by Dallas's blockers. They're spread out on the track now. Dallas going through. He's got a no pass, no penalty on a player, so he only picks up 4 points in this pass. Looks like all the blockers are back on the track now, so we've got a full complement of blockers. Uinta taking the back of the pack, trying to hold back Dallas's blocker. Uinta's own jammer, Milk Toast Boy, has just made it out of the pass, so both jammers are on their scoring passes. Just see how many players they can pass in their runs. It's like what's up?
Yeah, I was just going to say that Uinta, number 7 there, Robo, he took a huge hit to the face. I didn't see who delivered it, but he was shaking it off there and holding his nose for a while.
Milk Toast Boy trying to make his way through these Dallas blockers. The pack is essentially stopped on the track. Milk Toast Boy is still trying to get past. Looks like number 7 for his own team is trying to help him through, and he gets through. That is a 5-point pass for Uinta. Just now, the Dallas jammer is coming out of the box, entering the pack. He's right on the heels of the Uinta jammer. He gets through this, and this is a 4-point pass for Dallas, a 4-point pass for Uinta as well. We're going to have a full 2-minute jam since Dallas's jammer had ended up in the box.
Yeah, and there goes Dr. Feelgood, and he scores another 4-point pass. He and Milk Toast Boy look like they're trading points off here, four off a piece until the whistle blows, and that'll end after 2 minutes.
As At the natural conclusion of the jam, we've got Uinta 18. They picked up 13 points on that jam. Dallas picked up 12, so we've got Dallas at 16. 18 to 16 is a very close bout. We've spent almost 5 minutes already, so we've got 24 and a half or so minutes left in this half.
And we've got Mr. Beast jamming for Uinta, and Johnny Turbo taking the star for the Dallas Inception.
The box is empty, so we've got 5-on-5 on the track. You can see Uinta is walling up and trying to keep Dallas's blockers and jammer back. It's number 175 for Uinta.
That's Cher.
Cher taking the jammer out, and then now we've got kind of the defense for both sides is spread out through the pack. So you see who gets through first. That is Johnny Turbo for Dallas. Mr. Beast is still hung up in the pack, has not completed his initial pass, so he's not on a scoring lap. Only Dallas is. Let's see if he can get past any of the Uinta blockers who have taken the back of the pack. Usually you'd see the blockers moving up front, but not in this case. That is I believe it's a 5-point. It is a 5-point pass for Dallas. Mr. Beast is still hung up in the pack. Dallas is showing some really good defense in this game. Uinta go ahead and taking the back. They're going to slow down a little bit. They're doing an all right job of holding Johnny Turbo back. It looks like he has made his way through for another 5-point pass. Dallas's pivot is going to go ahead and have a seat in the box. So we have a 4-on-3 pack now as Johnny Turbo approaches again for another scoring pass. Mr. B still has not finished his initial pass, and he is currently up against Chuck Rydell, who has knocked him out and is soul crushing him. While Johnny Turbo tries to make his way through the pack, he takes a pretty hard hit and he's down on the ground, calls it off. That looked like a pretty tiring jam for him.
So that is Enabler and B-Rad that headed to the penalty box for the Dallas Inception, both on clockwise blocks.
Ah, good eye. It's going to put us Uinta 18 and Dallas Inception 29. We've got 22 and a half minutes left in this period. Next up, we've got Mr. T for Uinta against Papa Bear for Dallas Inception.
Two blockers only on the track still for the Inception, and Dr. Feelgood puts a big hit there on Mr. T, knocking him out of bounds on the outside.
I've seen a lot of teams this weekend still effectively use two blockers, but right now it looks like Mr. Testosterone for Uinta has lead jammer status if he can just get his way away from Dallas, get through that pack. Oh, he got pushed to the inside and he's being recycled back almost half a track away from his teammates. It's like Papa Bear has just now made his initial pass, so both jammers on their scoring pass. Mr. Testosterone finally making it out.
Yeah, his bench frantically telling him to call it off. He was had some single-minded focus there to get around that track and didn't quite hear what they were saying. In the meantime, Uinta ended up losing their captain at number 327, Roland the Barbarian, to the penalty box. So it's going to be a 4-3 pack advantage by Dallas.
Starting off this jam, Uinta is at 18, Dallas is at 29. We got just over 21 seconds left. Looks like Uinta's Muffin Muncher is going to get through first. Got Dallas kind of hanging out in the middle. Uinta is a little bit spread out with their remaining three blockers that are still in play. Even so, Muffin Muncher comes to the pack and does quite a tangle with the Dallas blockers. Things are getting a little bit hectic, and there's a lot of falling around right now. Things are getting quite a bit spread out. Looks like a Dallas blocker going to the box. I did not see the call.
Yeah, that was Spick and Span going for a back block.
Gotcha. So we've got Dr. Feelgood is in the pack, helping his jammer through, hopefully. Muffin Muncher still has lead, but he is back behind a couple of Dallas blockers. Really are just giving him a hard time. Number 420 there, knocking him to the ground easily.
Mo Vato jamming for the Dallas Inception hasn't gotten around at all. He just keeps getting pushed out of bounds and drugged back over and over again.
I mean, in this case, the best case scenario for Dallas is to just go ahead and keep Muffin Muncher from getting all the way through the pack and keep him from making them into points until he gets tired out and wants to call it off.
Yeah, so Uinta lost a blocker to the box. I didn't see the call. Movato out in the meantime. And yeah, Muffin Muncher got knocked out into the infield there, Julius Sleazer, and he's getting up awfully slowly, so check to see that he didn't get hurt too badly out there as Uinta fields Milk Toast Boy once again as their jammer, and jamming for the Dallas Inception is...
It's their captain. That's all I can see.
Is that you can see a C on his? Yeah. Well, no, he just when he stood up there, that's got to be Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah,
He's the
I'm pretty
tallest.
sure that's. I wanted to say that. Yeah, it is.
He's the tallest player on the Dallas Inception, and usually I can tell when he's the jammer right away because he's standing up there and you can see his head above everybody else. But he was leaning down really low.
Right. Well, hopefully. Uinta's jammer was just winded from this last jam and not actually injured. It looked like a really, really heavy jam for him. So right now we've got one Uinta blocker in the box. We've got a 4-on-3. Dallas is lined up in front. Uinta along the jammer line, and they start pushing through. Milk Toast Boy trying to get his way past these Dallas blockers who have almost... They're controlling him with their body, and that looks like Daddy at Longlegs is going to get lead jammer status for Dallas Inception.
Yep.
As he approaches the pack, we got Milk Toast Boy is still stuck in there, and Uinta loses another blocker.
Yeah, no, that's Milk Toast Boy, the jammer for Uinta, going to the box. I didn't see the penalty, but that's going to put Daddy Longlegs on a power jam.
Sure enough, and since he has control of the jam by having lead jammer status, he can pretty much do what he wants as long as he can maneuver his way around these Uinta players. One of them just knocked him right down on his backside, though, so they're going to at least make it hard for him, even though they're skating 2-4 right now.
That was Skaticus Maximus who put a huge hit on Daddy Longlegs. He is almost as tall as Daddy Longlegs, and he's twice as big. So when he puts a block on you, you feel it.
Looks like Khan just knocked himself down off of Daddy Longlegs as he makes a 5-point pass and then calls it off as he is joined by Milk Toast Boy, who had just come out of the box.
Oh, and here's my favorite jammer for the Dallas Inception. This is Christ Alrighty wearing the star, sporting the beard and the long hair is out there. So he is a very noticeable jammer, and it looks like in the back we have Mr. T jamming once again for Uinta Madness.
Uinta currently has 23. Dallas Inception has 44, and we've got 17.5 minutes left in this period.
Whoa, there goes Mr. T. Yeah, he's able to break away from that pack very quickly and get out for lead, but Christ Alrighty is right behind him.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to notice in time to call it off, or he's going to let it ride and see how many points can get scored.
The last time Mr. T was jamming out there, he did have a single-minded focus.
Definitely. And that's all right. He picks up 4 points, goes ahead and calls it off. So that's going to be 4 points picked up. Uinta Madness putting them up at 27, no points. Oh, sorry, I'm lying. 2 points picked up by Dallas Inception, putting them at 46 with just under 17 minutes left in this half.
So we have on the line out there Low Pro, who is going to be jamming for the Dallas Inception. He has had a lot of success in this week's tournament out there because of... Oh, and it looks like team timeout is being called by Uinta.
So we're going to pause for 1 minute. What's up?
I think they might be requesting an official review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see their captains have taken the track out there.
All right.
We've got Roland the Barbarian and the designated alternate out there talking to the ref. So I'm not sure exactly what it is that they were reviewing, but they seem pretty passionate about it, that's for sure.
Could be any number of things. In the meantime, let me tell you about one of our sponsors, Sticker Giant. They are custom sticker experts and the official sticker company of ColoradoSports.TV. You can check them out at stickergiant.com and use the code RollerDerby in all caps with a space between the two words. You can use that code at checkout to get 10% off your order. We've got about 8 seconds left in this timeout. Unless this is a score discrepancy, we still have Uinta 27, Inception at 46, and the clock is frozen at 16:25 for period 1. Got the 5-second call from a non-scanning official, and we're about to get this thing going. We've got a 3-on-4 pack.
So I guess that never did end up turning into an official review. They continued to signal the team timeout for the entire time.
Okay.
So we've got Milk Toast Boy out there, and he's been designated lead jammer. He gets out first. Low Pro hit pretty close to the line, but he's out now too, and that guy can really turn on the speed. Again, we're wondering if Milk Toast Boy knows how close he is back there. Milk Toast Boy up in, scores some points, and calls off the jam before Low Pro can hit the back of the pack.
It's 3 points picked up by Milk Toast Boy for Uinta. I'm sorry, I keep wanting to say the letters backwards. Uinta Madness, bringing them up to 30. Dallas Inception still at 46, and we've got just under 16 minutes left in this period.
Mr. T jamming again for Uinta Madness, and we've got the Enabler wearing the star for the Dallas Inception. And I saw him play the other day, and he is very fast. He's going to be able to jump out, avoiding the track cut barely. That gives Mr. T the front of the pack, and Mr. Testosterone jumps around, and he's lead jammer. The Enabler still not able to get out. No pass, no penalty for him. He gets out of the pack finally as Mr. Testosterone is on his scoring run, is able to jump past all 3 of the Deception blockers in the front of that pack. Enabler puts on the speed, but doesn't get it in time. Mr. T calls off that jam.
3 points picked up by Dallas Inception. 4 points picked up by Uinta Madness, putting us 34-46 in favor of Dallas. 14:44 left on the first period clock. No, well, actually, sorry. I started to say empty box, but it's 1 Uinta blocker in the box. We've got a 3-on-4 pack.
I see Happy Kilmore back there wearing the star for the Dallas Inception. And yeah, we got Sassy Sasquatch for the first time wearing the star for Uinta. And there goes Happy Kilmore, and he is able to get around.
In the meantime, Dr. Feelgood just landed a really great block on Sassy Sasquatch, causing him to be delayed in completing his initial pass. Now he's been pushed out by number 68.
Yeah, that's Dick Diamond. He pushed him out, but ended up getting a low block on that, going to the penalty box. The Uinta was not able to score, but I believe 4 points went up for... was
5.
5 points. 5 points went up
for Dallas. Starting off this next jam, we've got 34-54 in favor of Dallas Inception. 13.5 minutes left during period 1. We've got 1 blocker each for each team in the box, so it's going to be a 3-on-3 pack, and we'll see how that works out.
I see Papa Bear back there for the Dallas Inception, and Robo jamming, and Robo jams Papa Bear all the way out of bounds, but takes himself out of bounds too. So both jammers recycling there all the way to the beginning of turn 3.
It's a shared soul crush, but it looks like Papa Bear is going to get through first, getting lead jammer status for Dallas Inception. Once again, in the pack, we still have Robo. Hasn't completed his initial pass. He's getting forced to the outside by the Dallas blockers, being brought on back pretty far away from the pack. How long can he take this soul crush? There we go. We've got it, and we've got the jam is called off. Looks like no points picked up by Uinta, 4 points picked up by Dallas.
And at the end of that jam, Muffin Muncher ends up getting called off on a penalty. I didn't see what it was, but the ref made sure that he was made aware that he's going to start this next jam in the penalty box.
So it looks like we're going to have a 3-on-4.
Yep, Uinta pulls one off as we have Milk Toast Boy jamming up against the Daddy Longlegs.
Milk Toast Boy wearing the star for Uinta, Daddy Longlegs.
Looks like Uinta has got a two-man going there in the middle of the pack, trying to help steer the Dallas boys away from their jammer. Not with much success. Milk Toast Boy is struggling his way through that pack. At the same time, Daddy Longlegs is stuck in the pack as well. Each team has excellent defense in this bout, so it's really hard and challenging for both of these jammers to get through, or even one of these jammers to get through. Just like we've got a high block call. That is Chuck Rydell going to the box for Dallas on a high block. Milk Toast Boy almost through the pack, now getting really thrown around by Dr. Feelgood, who then throws himself around before being called out. I did not see the call.
Yeah, I didn't see Dr. Feelgood either. I was watching Daddy Longlegs and seeing if any of the Uinta blockers realized that he was coming.
Looks like Movato is going to join his friend in the box as well. So we've got a 2-on-4 pack out there. Should yield advantage to Dallas. Dallas getting 5 points going through right there.
Movato getting waved off because Dallas has a full penalty box right now.
Who's now your pivot jammer for Uinta.
Yep, Muffin Muncher looks like, Milk Toast Boy started this jam as the jammer, passed the star to the pivot, who is Sassy Sasquatch. Looks like he might have taken a hit over there. He's rolling back to his bench awfully slowly. We'll keep an eye on Milk Toast Boy to see how he's doing there. In the meantime, Mr. T wearing the star for Uinta. There's a conversation over here at the penalty box as to who is serving. Movato has been released.
I think Dallas had a little bit of a queue stacked up, but I'm sure the non-skating officials have kept record and know who to call in next. Might just take a second to get it, but Movato is going to be on the line for Dallas. Oh, I'm sorry. Low Pro is going to be on the line. I need my glasses upped.
So Movato, the only blocker on the track for the Dallas Inception right now, is they've got 2 standing and 1 sitting. Okay, I guess they couldn't have all of their blockers off
Right.
at the same time, so they put Movato back on there.
Yeah, he may still be in queue. I don't know if I saw him go to the box or not, but that's up to the non-skating officials, who I'm sure are doing a great job. And he is going to go sit in the box first.
He reported directly to the box, leaving no blockers on there until Chuck Rydell and Dr. Feelgood could get off. So Low Pro is out there, and he's on a scoring pass, but Mr. T is definitely the lead jammer for Uinta.
He was getting some pretty good hassle there from Dr. Feelgood, and he is hotly pursued by Low Pro as they both approach the pack, saying hi to each other with their hips.
Considered calling it off, but decided to go one-on-one with Low Pro. After Low Pro beats him, he says, you know what, I think better call that off before Low Pro starts scoring some points.
Sure. Looks like the Dallas box is calming down a little bit. We've got 1 blocker in there. Theoretically, no one's in queue. And so it's going to give us 3-on-4 with pack advantage to Uinta.
Yeah, and I don't know if Movato is going to be serving multiple penalties or not. The ref was over there for quite a while talking to him and the penalty box manager. And I think we've got Cher jamming for the first time for Uinta Madness, and jamming for the Inception is going to be Christ Alrighty. Neither jammer able to make it out of the pack yet, Sleazer.
No, it seems like Uinta and Dallas are really upping their game right now. Cher being held back by 2-man, and Christ Alrighty making it out of the pack, but he has a no pass, no penalty, so he does not have lead. That means lead is still open if Cher can legally make it out of the pack. Let's see if he can. He's held up by, again, 2 Dallas blockers back there, knocking him around pretty good. Looks like he's probably going to be recycled to the back, I'd imagine. Yeah,
the enabler putting a big hit on Cher, knocks him out, and they set up there, and he's got to get past him, and it's not looking good for him.
Cher still being held back.
Even so, Dallas has scored 5 points, even though he doesn't have lead. Now, Cher does have lead. I'm not sure if he's aware. Yes, he certainly is.
Yeah,
Dallas is out in there. It re-entered the pack, and they're going to pick up points. That's 3 more points after that.
Yeah, Cher heard that whistle, and he was just as surprised as anybody else to realize that he had detained lead jammer. It took half a second there to register in his brain, but as soon as he realized it, he started flapping his wings and calling that jam off as quickly as he possibly could.
Definitely. Well, that was a couple of points picked up. Uinta is at 38. Dallas Inception at 79. We've got 7:47 left on this period.
We're going to see Papa Bear jamming for the Inception and Mr. T jamming for Uinta Madness. Mr. Testosterone out in front of that pack first, and he grabs the lead.
Pushing his way through the pack.
Papa Bear is still stuck in the pack. He's trying to push his way through, but he's taken out by Uinta's number 42, Effin. It's going to be recycled to the back, allowing Mr. T to get a 5-point pass without a whole lot of trouble. This is...
Oh, and we've got Effin down there over on the track around the apex between turns 3 and 4. They've called the medics over. I've got the refs between me and him, so I can't really see exactly what part of his anatomy that he's favoring there, though. But
well, often the refs will actually make a shield with their body so you can't see. It's all good. So, update on the score. Uinta 43, Dallas 79. We are paused for an injury. The clock is frozen at 7:13 in the first period while the medics check him out.
Yeah, so I mean, this has been the same type of gameplay that we've seen from the Dallas Inception pretty much throughout this whole entire tournament. They speed up the pack and they rely on their fast and very strong jammers to get through and really do most of the work for them.
Right.
But then just when I believe that they're abandoning the defense, you'll get like the enabler out there, and he is putting huge hits and huge blocks. So, you know, Dallas Inception, the team that they brought to this tournament, is a very versatile team, and they're really giving Uinta a run for their money.
Definitely. Both teams have a really good defensive stance, though, and so you can see this, you know, of course, we're well into the seeding at this point, so we're going to see a more evenly matched game. We don't have a huge point spread, and I don't suspect there's going to be any huge point spread in this game.
No, I mean, you know, you can tell that that Dallas Inception has gotten their lead jammer status more times and scored more points than Uinta, and I think that that's it. If Uinta can get out there and they can get you know, Milk Toast Boy and they can get Mr. T out there scoring points, then that's what they need to do. We've got Mr. Testosterone with 15 points right now, Milk Toast Boy with 18. So they're out there scoring points. We may have seen the last of gameplay here from number 42 for a while. He is looks like he's got some possible injury to his ribs.
Okay, yeah, for a second I thought he had one skate up, but then he's put him back down. I'm not positive what happened, but
yeah, the EMTs are following him to the bench. He's able to skate off, so I don't think he's seriously injured,
right.
But I definitely think he may have some bruised or cracked ribs there, possibly. All right, the whistle has blown, and we see Sassy Sasquatch jamming for Uinta, and we see Daddy Longlegs, the two tallest players on the track, jamming for the Dallas Inception, and Daddy Longlegs gets out, and he is lead jammer.
It's like we are going to have a 3-on-3 pack as one of the Dallas players goes to the box. I'm not sure what that call was.
Yeah, I didn't see it. That is the enabler.
Sassy Sasquatch has been recycled to the back, and he's going to be held up by a 2-wall from Dallas as their own Daddy Longlegs makes it through for a 5-point pass.
Yeah, Sassy Sasquatch still on his initial pass, just barely makes it out.
That's something we're seeing a little bit of with Dallas, is they're able to keep the opposing jammer back. So sometimes there's just a no-pass situation. In fact, like the jam previous to this, there was just a no-pass situation before he was called for injury. As a score update, we've got Uinta at 43, Dallas at 84. Tiny bit over 6 minutes left in this period.
So the Dallas Inception is going to try their luck with Mo Vato jamming this time, and their Uinta has got their standby jammer out there, their go-to guy rather, Mr. Testosterone wearing the star for Uinta.
So right now there's just one Dallas blocker in the box. We got a 3-on-4 out there, but Dallas is really holding their own. 2-man holding up Mr. Testosterone. Getting out of play call. Oh, and Mr. Testosterone is being sent to the box for a cut track. Lead is still open if Movado can legally get past these Uinta blockers. It looks like he might be able to if he can just get past this last one. Here he goes. He's got lead jammer status for Dallas. It's a power jam for Movado right now. Let's see what he can do with it. Got 3-on-3 with the blockers. He's getting knocked around a bit. He's going to get on up. It doesn't look like they're going to soul crush him much, so he's just got to make sure he doesn't cut his own players. He's made sure of that, and he's going to re-enter, but now they have walled up into a 3-man. He was almost forced to the middle. Cher trying to block him right there. He does not do so successfully. It's a 5-point pass for Movado as the opposing jammer comes in. 0 points accrued by Uinta. Dallas picked up 5. So right now it's 43-89 for Dallas with 4.5 minutes left in this period.
Yeah, Movado there calls off the jam despite the fact that Mr. Testosterone had not gotten out on his initial pass yet and would have had to meet up with the enabler and some of those other blockers out there before being able to score. So anyway, he gets one of his other teammates the ability to get out there, and that's Low Pro. Low Pro is jamming for the Dallas Inception, and Sassy Sasquatch is jamming for Uinta. Sassy gets out there, and he gets lead jam.
Sassy Sasquatch approaching the back. His team has control of the back of the pack. Dallas is there up front waiting for him, really holding their ground, staying on their toe stops. That is, wait, is that B-Rad? No, I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. The numbers are a little bit shiny and I'm having trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be Papa Bear that was holding him out there. And Low Pro loses a toe stop on that jam, ends up going to the penalty box for a track cut. And Sassy Sasquatch, again, on another scoring pass. He's got to push past Spick and Span there and B-Rad up in the front of that pack.
It's another 5-point pass for Uinta. If they can keep this going, they can close up this small lead. Currently the score 53-89. Not a huge spread.
B-Rad knocks Sassy Sasquatch down and does a good job about that. We've got one of the Uinta blockers there, number 725, and that was a Mr. Beast. Put a big hit opening up some offense, but since the jam was over, it really was kind of for naught. Mr. Testosterone, again, is going to start off this jam for Uinta, and Low Pro is going to be starting off for the Dallas Inception in the penalty box.
Well, last jam, there was 14 points picked up by Uinta, putting them up to 57. Dallas Inception remaining at 89. We have a team timeout for Dallas, and we've got the clock frozen, about 2.5 minutes left in this period.
Yeah, Dallas decides that they want to use one of their timeouts. They are not at all happy about the closing in points by Uinta, and they are going to talk about some strategy here and see what they can do to make sure that that doesn't happen again. We've got Mr. Testosterone, and he's got the star on. It looks like he's going to be fielded as a jammer for Uinta, and we'll see what ends up happening if Low Pro ends up coming out of the box. You know, he could get lead if Dallas is successful at holding the Uinta jammer back as they have been so far in this half. That's
been one of their strong suits. I hesitate to say their only strong suit because they have a lot of strong places, but holding the jammer back has certainly put them ahead in this bout.
Yeah, I know earlier I started saying, you know, they've got, you know, really fast jammers and they've kind of abandoned a lot of the defense, and then I realized as I was saying that that's not true.
Right.
B-Rad is back there, and we've had the enabler back there, and they've been providing excellent defense. As a matter of fact, we got the enabler right now holding on to Mr. Testosterone, a 3-wall up in the front for Dallas, and they're able to hold him. Here comes Low Pro out of the box, and we'll see what he can do with it. Low Pro passes 1, Low Pro passes 2, Low Pro passes 3, and there's number 4. He is out of the pack, but Mr. T is on a scoring pass right now. all of the players led by Dick Diamond up there for the Dallas Inception are speeding up the pack to see if they can keep Mr. T from scoring. They are not able to do that. Mr. T calls off the jam before Low Pro could reach the back of the pack with 3 points.
So adding that 3 to Uinta, we've got him at 60. Dallas remains at 89. Just under 2 minutes left in this period as we enter the next jam. We've got a completely empty box. Looks like we've got to have Robo for Uinta up against Johnny Turbo for Dallas Inception. Dallas has gone ahead and lined up their wall against the jammer line with Uinta in front of them. Looks like Robo is plowing his way through the pack. If only he can make it. Boy, Dallas really swarms up out of nowhere around him. He's still mashing his way through. There we go. He's got lead jammer status. Some of the players go out to play, but we are calling this jam. There is an injury. Thought I heard a helmet.
Yeah, I definitely heard his helmet go down and hit the floor. Hopefully it was after the fall. But he is not moving down there now. Again, the EMTs are attending to the Dallas player, and you know I can't see his name or number from where we are. Oh, it was the jammer on that last jam, so that's going to be Johnny Turbo. Yeah.
He's popping back up. Whew.
Yeah.
So scary when these head injuries can come into play. I believe he's going to have to go ahead and sit out 3 jams since the jam was called.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. But yeah, he's wearing a hockey helmet though, so that's going to provide more protection to his noggin than some of the skate helmets that we see the players wearing out there. But yeah, nevertheless, he's moving a little bit slowly.
Yeah.
Johnny Turbo out there, happy probably to be coming up on half times here pretty soon to take a nice rest. In the meantime, Uinta fields Mr. Testosterone as a jammer who is getting pushed out of bounds on the inside. Spick and Span is jamming for the Dallas Inception. Spick and Span gets lead jammer status as Mr. Testosterone is beating up here on the back, is able to slide through, has one more Dallas blocker to beat, and does. Oh, but he's going out on a low block.
Out of play.
Or no, an out of play penalty. Sorry about that. Okay, I guess he must have, as the jammer, engaged a blocker that was out of play. And so
I guess that
when he did
the hand signals.
Yep, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. I thought it was going down to be a low block. It ended up being an out of play call. And yeah, so jammer going to the penalty box for an out of play call. But Spick and Span in the meantime is sliding around for some 5-point passes there, and he's increasing the lead for the Dallas Inception as the play clock has run out. We are on jam time now.
It's not a huge lead, but it's still there. Uinta 60, Dallas 94. This is the time when Dallas could really pull themselves ahead before this second half. Of course, we all know the gameplay can change, strategy will change during the second half, and it's hard to say what will happen. This is a fairly close bout so far.
Mr. Testosterone released from the penalty box, flying around, gets pushed out of bounds on the inside a bunch of times and keeps trying to get back in, ends up with a track cut. So he gets sent back to the penalty box for the second time in this jam as Spick and Span does not have his mouth guard in, the official says, and he gets an illegal procedure penalty for that. I'm not sure. I guess the official was able to look in his into his mouth there, or maybe he sees his mouth guard someplace besides in his mouth. But so he gets out. So we're going to start the next. We're going to start the next half of gameplay with both jammers in the box.
But only for a second, because as soon as Spick and Span sits down, Mr. Testosterone should be released. But gameplay was over. The bout clock and the jam clock had run down. So we should start. Well, it looks like we'll probably start with him just popping right out of the box is what I imagine will happen. So, score at the end of the first half, Uinta 60, Dallas 99. Dallas picking up 10 points on that jam.
All right, so we are going to take a quick break here for halftime, and we will be back with more action between the Dallas Inception and Uinta Madness.
Sticker Giant helps people make great stickers. I'm John Fisher, and I started the company. Every sticker has a story behind it. Every sticker has something behind it besides just stickiness.
People seem to flock towards stickers no matter what they are all about.
It's a portable billboard. It can go anywhere.
Seeing stickers on little girls' foreheads.
Cars, motorcycles.
Stop signs, you know, we don't endorse that.
Baby bottoms.
I see stickers everywhere. I see stickers in my dreams.
We're a small little group of people and we all kind of have the same vision for success.
Every person is quality minded, top to bottom. We're about getting the job done right.
The quality of Sticker Giant stickers is really fantastic. We run 3 different materials here. All of them were researched to find the best possible thing we can get.
We can get your email and process your stickers in 24 hours and get them out to you.
We try and do things quickly, we try and do them accurately, and we try and get people the stickers that they want. People ask me what I do, and I go, we make stickers all day. There's this company in rural Boulder County, and all they do is make stickers and labels. What makes Sticker Giant a great sticker? What the customer wants, because we can print any kind of sticker. Every day there's a sticker to where I see it, and I just want to know the story behind it. I want to know the company. I want to talk to the owner.
We take people's passions, things that they're really fired up about. We make it over and over and over so those people can tell their story to the world.
And good afternoon. We are back here at Mayday Mayhem on the last day of the tournament, and we are watching Uinta Madness from Salt Lake City taking on the Dallas Inception here in men's roller derby gameplay. So what do you think of the game so far, Julia Sleazer?
I think so far they're fairly evenly matched. We've seen a lot of good defense. Dallas is really, really good at keeping Uinta's jammer back, and that has been causing most of the problem for Uinta. The score is not too spread out. We've got Uinta 60, Dallas 99 going into the second period.
We've got Mr. Testosterone as the go-to jammer and for Uinta Madness, and we've got Daddy Longlegs as the high-scoring jammer for Dallas. And like you said, this game is a 30-point difference or a 40-point difference almost. But both of these teams are playing really, really tough. So we have on the jammer line now for Uinta Madness, number 7. Yeah, that's Robo. Man, he pushes past Dr. Feelgood and B-Rad. We had a little bit of a discussion about the penalty box at the end of the last jam. And looks like Spick and Span had to stay in there for the full 30 seconds. While Uinta was able to field a jammer.
But something you're seeing here is Uinta is taking control of, keeping control of the back, and letting their jammer go ahead and pull these Dallas guys out along the track until they're out of play and they have to let him go.
Yeah, and they can do that because Robo is big enough, strong enough jammer that he can push that line ahead, and so he smartly calls off the jam before Spick and Span is able to get around on his scoring pass.
I think Uinta is going to pick up 8, bringing them up to 68 points. Dallas at 99. We're slowly closing up that gap. See if we see a lot of change in strategy in the second half.
So Spick and Span is indicating that he's having some sort of a malfunction with his equipment there. His skates are not operating properly, apparently. Anyway, he's off the track now, and we've got Low Pro jamming for Dallas, and he jumps out. Oh, but Milk Toast Boy jumps out faster, and he gets lead jam.
That was very, very, very close. And now they're going to hassle each other a little bit as they approach the back. Milk Toast Boy looking around himself, not able to locate Low Boy. He finally does, and he calls off the jam, not realizing he's He's pretty much right underneath him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would have, before seeing the Dallas Inception and Low Pro playing during this tournament, I would have said pretty much every time a bigger player is going to be a better player. But this guy has definitely been able to capitalize on his size, and he is able to slide past these big blockers, and in this case, the big jammer of Milquetoast Boy without them even seeing it. Dr. Feelgood wearing the star for the Dallas Inception on this jam. And we've got jamming, is that, who's that jamming
That's
for?
Khan.
Khan.
It's Khan.
Khan with a bunch of A's.
Several A's.
Well, you know what I can tell you right now what Uinta Madness did during halftime is they changed up their jammer rotation is
Sure
what they
enough,
did. They're
for
trying
sure.
something different.
Looks like Dallas might be changing up a little bit too.
Dr. Feelgood out there puts like 7 hits on Khan.
Khan did not look happy about it either. He's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that guy did not budge. He was looking at Dr. Feelgood bounced off of him like 4 times.
Right.
Like, what are you trying to do, buddy?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Starting off on this jam, we've still got Uinta at 68, Dallas at 99. Just a tiny bit under 27 minutes left in period 2 of this game.
Milquetoast Boy wearing the star once again for Uinta Madness, and we've got the Enabler back on the track. Oh, the Enabler pulls off his, I thought I saw a helmet cover getting pulled off there someplace. I'm
Not sure. I saw a lot of action, a lot of falling. I don't know what all I saw.
Yeah, interesting there. I would have been willing to bet that I saw a helmet cover come off, but apparently it did not. Anyway, Dr. Feelgood is putting the star back on for the Dallas Inception, and we've got Sassy Sasquatch towering above the pack out there, and he's wearing the star for Uinta Madness.
Still got Uinta 68, Dallas 99. We've got 26 minutes left on the clock. Looks like Dr. Feelgood's going to just slide on by that pack, getting lead jammer status for Dallas, while Sassy Sasquatch is having some trouble.
Yeah, he's having trouble getting through the pack there.
We've got B-Rad hassling him.
Yep, that's B-Rad up there in the front, and he is just really putting on the good defense today.
Looks like Sassy Sasquatch still has not completed his initial pass, so he can't score anything, but Dallas, sorry, what?
Yeah, I was just going to say that Dr. Feelgood starts going toe-to-toe with him, passes him off to B-Rad and to Dick Diamond, and goes around for another scoring pass.
I always think it's interesting when you see an aggressive jammer.
Yeah.
You know, usually they're interested in juke, get around, and I like to see it when I see him blocking in the pack and really taking active.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
saw there just juking around, just using his agility and his speed to just pop right past the Uinta blockers, getting 5 points on that pass.
Yeah, no, that was crazy on the previous pass where Dr. Feelgood, he gets right out of the pack, and instead of continuing to pour on the speed, immediately turns around and starts blocking into Sassy Sasquatch, who runs out of steam and passes off the star to Khan. So we've got a star pass by Uinta Madness. So let's see if Khan has any better luck going and pushing through. Daddy Longlegs and Christ Alrighty up in the front is finally able to get past him.
I think Dr. Feelgood is just having some fun at this point. He's juking around that last, that's Mr. Beast for Uinta. He's getting another 5-point pass. 20 points already scored by Dallas in this jam. We've got about 14 seconds left. Dr. Feelgood is in control of whether or not this jam is called, or we've got 9 seconds left, whichever happens first. He's going to get past, he's going to call with 5 seconds left on the clock. That is a 5-point pass. That's an extraordinary amount of points for them to pick up in one jam. I believe it's 25, putting Dallas at 124. Uinta staying at 68. Just under 24 minutes left in this period.
Yeah, and Khan winded on that one. He was moving slowly back to his bench for sure.
Certainly, that was something I was thinking. He's almost torturing the other jammer who's stuck in the pack, getting just tossed around by these Dallas blockers who they have a good strength at keeping the jammers from even getting through their initial pass, and I think that's what's going to cause them to get the much higher lead. Although Mr. Testosterone is just not interested in staying in the pack, he gets lead jammer status. Papa Bear, on the other hand, Dallas's jammer is stuck in the pack and being recycled back by Uinta. Mr. Testosterone re-enters the pack, but is pushed out. I believe that's Chuck Rydell pushing him out, and he's being recycled to the back.
Yeah, Chuck Rydell ends up getting himself a penalty for that too. So Chuck Rydell going to the box. We've got Papa Bear finally released. Mr. Testosterone watching the back of the pack, calls it off before Papa Bear can get there.
Just before. Snatches it away right before he gets to the pack. It's going to put Uinta at 73, Dallas Inception at 124 with about 22 and a half minutes left in the second period. We have two blockers for Dallas in the box right now, so it's a 2-on-4 with the advantage to Uinta. Looks like who do we have up there jamming?
Yeah, that's going to be Skaticus Maximus against Happy Kilmore.
Another tall one.
But you know, they've got B-Rad and Dr. Feelgood in the front of that pack, and now they're taking on Skaticus, and they're able to push him out. So I mean, when you've got a B-Rad and you get a Dr. Feelgood, you only need 2 blockers on the track. You know.
They were both successful in keeping the Uinta jammer from being in any way effective, but they were also helping their own jammer get through by smashing up Uinta's defensive line. So that was really impressive. Just 2 guys. Got him out of the pack quick. He's back in the pack. He's getting hassled by Mr. Beast there, who knocks him out. So Happy Kilmore for Dallas is... Oh, we're calling for an injury on Skaticus Maximus.
Yeah, we've got another injury. This has been definitely an injury-prone game. He looks like he went down and possibly hit his arm very hard on the floor. Yeah, this has been a very physical game.
Well, these teams have also played several bouts over the weekend. So, you know, using your muscles a lot, using your body a lot, you kind of wear down after a while.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And this is a hugely physical game. Like I said, we had B-Rad, Dr. Feelgood out there for the longest time, just as 2 of the blockers on the track, and they by themselves were able to contain Skaticus Maximus, who's getting up right now. Skaticus Maximus favoring his right arm, but he is getting up and he is skating off, and so the EMTs are going to take a look at him off the track, and we're going to start up this next jam with. I think Uinta may be fielding a newer jammer.
I think I see Low Pro out there for Dallas, though. He's a familiar face.
Yep, absolutely. Low Pro is out there. And, that's number 69. That's Muffin. The Muffin Muncher is out there. And he is not in the usual jammer rotation for Uinta, having a little bit of trouble with the combination of Dick Diamond out there in the back and the other blockers.
Low Pro is approaching the pack. He just slides right on through. He hasn't even blocked once. He gets 5 points on that pass. Very impressive.
Yeah, no, I'm sure those guys didn't even see him coming.
Right. That has been part of his success this weekend, from what I've seen, is he almost has an element of surprise, even though he should be apparent. That's a 4-point pass for him. Right now, Muffin Muncher for Uinta is entering the pack on his first scoring pass. Doesn't look like Low Pro is calling off. He's going to go ahead and let it ride. They do have a pretty significant gap at this point. It is 73 to 138. Dallas with the higher score.
Yeah, Muffin Muncher goes up against the enabler and loses.
Sure enough.
Yeah, but then Mr. Testosterone takes him out. So it looks like they played a little tit for tat there. But what's important is the jammer being able to get through, and Low Pro gets around for another 5 points.
Low Pro has some really good endurance, and he can keep this going. You can see Muffin Muncher seems to be losing a little bit of steam. Getting knocked around like that in a pack, I'll tell you, I've only skated a couple of bouts, but I feel him. You knock me down a handful of times and I go out of breath, so.
Yeah, Muffin Muncher took a huge hit, which knocked him out into the infield. And then out into the outfield. I thought that he was going to take himself out of the game there for a while, put himself back in, thought that he had the steam to do it, and just didn't. Ended up cutting the track, and now he's going to spend the next 30 seconds in the penalty box as Low Pro just scoots around, grabs a bunch of points, and now the jam is over.
Yeah, that was a full 2-minute jam at the choice of Low Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, he can keep that going and going and going. So score is 76-153. Dallas with the higher score. About 19 and a half minutes left in period 2. We're going to start off with a power jam for Dallas.
And good choice there on the last jam for Low Pro. He scores 24 points to only 3 by Uinta. So good strategic choice. We have Dr. Feelgood jamming for the Dallas Inception. He is out, just one more blocker to beat, and no problem. Dr. Feelgood out on the power jam is able to get through the Uinta blockers very quickly. They have a 3-wall, and he just slid like he was covered with grease between those two blockers. That was crazy. Like they're looking like, where did the guy go? And now on the inside.
Man, he is just amazing, his agility and his speed.
Yep, Dr. Feelgood has definitely a way, like he's got a burst. He's got like a burst of energy. As soon as he approaches that pack, boom, he throws on his burst of energy, and he's right out of there.
Definitely. We've got Muffin Munchers back in play, and he's just completed his initial pass, so he is on his scoring pass, but he's going to be met with a full wall of Dallas players. He's getting knocked out. He's going to get recycled to the back by number 68 there, Dick Diamond, while Dr. Feelgood picks up another 5 points for Dallas. Dr. Feelgood might be riding this one out too. We've got about 45 seconds left. Maybe their new strategy is just wear down Uinta. Looks like Muffin Muncher might be going to the box again.
Yeah, he was really worn out. Like I said on that last jam, ended up in the penalty box and then back into this jam. It was very difficult for him to get going. As a matter of fact, he still hasn't sat down in the penalty box. He's going real slow. In the meantime, Dr. Feelgood just keeps racking up point after point after point. Believe that he's got 29 so far on this jam. Dr. Feelgood hits the wall there and is only slowed down for a little while before he puts up another 5 points. So there goes Dr. Feelgood. 2 minutes will end the jam, and that looks like we're going to Dr. Feelgood is going to end up putting 34 points on the board in that one jam alone.
Really? That is a pretty impressive set. Looks like we're going to have a ref come out, double check the points on that one. He is saying all right. Gonna wait for a proper scoreboard update. I think it's just a little bit behind. We've got this jam going. We've got Robo for Uinta. Wiggins, is that Daddy Longlegs out there?
It is indeed.
Nice. So we have Robo is just now coming out of the box. He's going to have to play in this jam as well. Started off in the box, so he is eligible for lead if he can make it past these Dallas blockers who have been doing such a good job of giving him a hard time. Looks like he just got a track cut, though, being pulled by Spickensman back there.
Yeah, and Daddy Longlegs was not having any success getting past the Uinta blockers, but as soon as no pass was called, they had to let him go, and he sailed right through there. So not only does he have lead, but he's on his scoring pass now.
He's calling it.
Yeah, he's listening to some advice from his bench to call it off. Dallas Inception is going to field Mo Vato as a jammer in this next jam as Robo sits in the penalty box for Uinta.
Starting off another power jam for Dallas. Uinta has 79. Dallas has 191. We've got about 15 and a half minutes left in this game. So we still have Robo sitting down in the box. We know he has over 10 seconds remaining, probably something around 15, I'd imagine. Just me guessing, though.
So, yeah, Mo Vato, the only jammer on the track, gets pushed out of bounds on the outside not once, but twice. Gets recycled. Mr. Beast puts a big hit on him. And then he ends up getting drug all the way back behind turn 4, trying again. In the meantime, Robo is standing up. Mo Vato is out for lead jammer. Robo back in the game, though.
Dallas notices, and they go ahead and kind of bridge out towards the back, getting ready for Robo's re-entry to the track. They're going ahead, they're moving along with him, but successfully keeping him back behind their wall as Mo Vato plows through there and just has one last Uinta blocker to get past.
Dr. Feelgood chases Robo down. All right, and pushes him out of bounds, but got a little bit too low when he did it. So Dr. Feelgood will go to the penalty box with a big smile on his face. Bo Vato calls off the jam once he realizes that Robo has cleared the pack.
I've noticed that I feel like Dr. Feelgood is like always smiling.
Yeah, no, he's
so he, like legit feels good.
He's got a smile on his face whether he's scoring 30-point jam or whether he's going to the penalty box.
Right.
He really does have a good time out here with this game. You can tell that for sure.
Well, looks like Turbo is finally going to get a rest on his bench instead of in the box or having to get juked around by these Dallas blockers. We've got Mr. Testosterone out there for Uinta, who's just gotten lead jammer status. Let's see if we can put some points on the board. Starting off this jam, we had Uinta 79, Dallas 195, about 13.5 minutes left in this game. Mr. Testosterone flying through, but getting 1 foot out on the inside of the track.
Yeah, Mr. Testosterone does not realize that Spick and Span is on a scoring pass right now.
I don't think he does.
And he's out there. Yes, he gets the 4, but Spick and Span is sitting on a few himself.
Spick and Span being recycled way back, though. So to see if he can get past this. Uinta is hanging out in the back, waiting for him, essentially, while Mr. Testosterone gets knocked down and calls it from the floor. That was 4 points picked up by Dallas and another 3 points for Uinta, totaling 7 for Uinta in this last jam. That puts Uinta 86, Dallas 199 with just under 13 minutes left in this game.
Happy Kilmore wearing the star again for Dallas, and we've got Khan back there for. He's got like 5'8".
I know. If you were gonna do it right, you would blow out people's eardrums. I'm afraid.
No. So he's just gonna be Khan.
Right.
Wearing
It's all
the
good.
star.
So we've got no blockers in the box. That's 5-on-5 on the track. Ooh, Khan taking a pretty good spill there. He's going to pick up a track cut there. He took the spill, got out of bounds, stood right back up into bounds. So didn't work out as well as he thought. Happy Kilmore is still in play, though. Let's see if Dallas can get lead jammer status. Cher from Uinta trying to keep him back there, but then Cher himself gets caught up against Dallas's blockers. It's like Happy Kilmore just needs to pass Mr. Beast up there.
Yeah.
He has lead jammer status. Mr. Beast went so far he was out of play at that point. So this is going to be Happy Kilmore's first scoring pass. Khan is still in the box. He's just now standing, though, so he should be meeting them on the track here in a few seconds. Happy Kilmore is really getting knocked around by Uinta up there.
Yeah, Dick Diamond tried to throw some offense for him, but it wasn't super effective. Now they finally have to let him go because he's getting out of play, but not until he scores 5 points out there.
And he's watching for Khan.
Yeah, Khan's coming back around the wrong side because he's getting drug all the way back there.
Yeah, I think he thought he could re-enter was that normal clockwise, and Dallas just brought him about half a track away from where he thought he was going to enter. So he's just completed his initial pass.
He was able to bull his way through that pack. You know,
Yeah.
Khan's a big guy.
Definitely making use of his stature to plow his way through, but that jam is getting called by Happy Kilmore just before he can enter the pack and actually score any points. That was 12 points picked up by Dallas Inception, though. So at the about 10.5 minutes left, we've got Uinta 86, Dallas Inception 211.
So we've got Low Pro is jamming for Dallas, and Sassy Sasquatch is jamming for Uinta, and so we've got the tallest guy and the shortest guy in the tournament now jamming against one another. Sassy Sasquatch trying to bully his way through, but Spick and Span is having none of that. We have B-Rad up in the front, and we've got the Enabler up in the front, and they are not letting Sassy Sasquatch by. And yet that is but finally they end up getting called off for the Enabler for a multiplayer block and have to let Sassy Sasquatch go. Low Pro is in the back. In the meantime, Sassy Sasquatch gets lead jammer. Poor Low Pro is not getting any traction in the back. Gets a little bit of offense from Dick Diamond, tries to slide around to the outside, avoids getting the track cut, but finally escapes the front of that pack as Sassy Sasquatch goes around for another 5-point pass.
I don't know if you noticed this when Dick Diamond came out of the box just now. He said hello to each and every Uinta blocker with a big old block himself, just startling them.
Yeah, again, Dick Diamond, a huge guy and a major force to be reckoned with on this track. When he hits you, you certainly know about it.
Right. So that is going to be 8 points picked up for Uinta, putting them at 94. 1 point picked up by Dallas Inception. So they are at 212. We've got just under 9 minutes left in this game.
So they were going to field a number 725, Mr. Beast as the jammer, but Mr. Testosterone takes the star at the last second, flies out there and gets lead jammer, no problem, is able to pass up Christ Alrighty, while Low Pro takes a rest in the bench. Ooh, Dr. Feelgood puts a huge hit on Mr. Testosterone, knocking him out of bounds on the inside. Mr. Testosterone jukes in and out past Beast Jerky and Christ Alrighty. Beast Jerky goes out on a penalty. I didn't see what it was because it was so fast, but 5 points for Mr. Testosterone.
There's no points picked up for Dallas. So Dallas, oh, sorry. My bad. There was no points on that pass for Dallas. So it's Dallas picked up 5 points. That puts them up at 217. Uinta picked up none, keeps them at 94. We are having timeout.
It looks like an official review being called by Uinta.
Ah, okie dokie. Well, the clock is stopped at 7:56. So you might take this little pause to see the donate button there at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. To donate any amount of money would be helpful. I mean, this broadcast has been brought to you by free. Had you been here in person, you would have paid $30 for the weekend or $15 a day after Friday had been finished. To watch these bouts, you're getting to watch them in the comfort of your own home and not have to brave any of the snow or travel long distance for this. So even a couple of bucks would help defray broadcast costs. The archives will be available in the future, and if we make enough, I think they will stay available for free indefinitely. So do consider spending a couple of bucks on that. The donate button, again, located at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Julia Sleazer, here we have snow in the middle of May.
Yeah, I noticed.
in Denver, and it has been coming down all day long.
Yeah, I've not been loving it. Like when I first went out, I thought I'm not far from the venue. I'll just walk. And then I got into the snow and I was like, why is the snow hurting me? Yeah. It was like little tiny sharp bits of snow, and it's kind of tapered off and it's kind of fluffy, light snow now. Snow, nevertheless, in the middle of May.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting spring here in Denver. So let's see who we have there. It does look like they've got number 725, rather, Mr. Beast out there wearing the star for Uinta, I believe for the first time or maybe the second jam that he's jammed in. And then, of course, perennial favorite for Dallas Inception, that's Papa Bear jamming for them. Having trouble getting around the green 3-wall in the back, but Mr. Beast is having an equally hard time getting around the front, but he finally makes it out. There goes Mr. Beast, and he's the lead jammer.
Papa Bear is still finding himself hung up in the pack. Uinta coming back really strong at the beginning of this jam, keeping their defense up, and then suddenly Papa Bear just manages to mow right past them. So Papa Bear is on his first scoring pass. It's a matter of Mr. Beast calling it off at the correct time. Otherwise, Papa Bear is going to get in there and possibly score some points against Uinta.
Dick Diamond goes for a high block. Is not able to get into the penalty box because he's past the point of no return, so he starts skating out and around.
So that was nothing picked up by Dallas. That was a successfully timed call out by Uinta's Mr. Beast. So Uinta picked up 4. That puts them over the century mark. 103 Uinta, 212 Dallas.
And so we're going to see Cher out there wearing the star for Uinta.
Nice.
And Spick and Span is jamming once again for Dallas, and Spick and Span is able to get around on the outside. Cher banging into the back of B-Rad. Dr. Feelgood pushes him out of bounds around the apex and drags him back.
Cher's outfit in this bout is a little tamer than it had been. I have been really enjoying. He has like rainbow leg warmers that I wanted really badly.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely been entertaining the crowd. If he hasn't been playing roller derby, it's by dressing in some fantastical outfits, that's for sure.
He changed about 5 times a day, and I said, hey, did they call you Cher because you changed so many times during a show? And he laughed, but I'm pretty sure I'm on to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Cher is caught him in the back. There's a 2-man back there just knocking him right on out, while Spick and Span just kind of slides his way through the pack, kind of almost lazily. Picking up 5 points right there. Very easy to do.
Yeah, Spick and Span. Yeah, definitely taking it easy. I think it's apparent that Dallas is working the clock down here, trying to hold on to their lead. Spick and Span is just motoring through. One more 5-point pass for Spick and Span.
That's what I was saying earlier. It looked like Dallas might have the idea to go ahead and use the fact that they have a great deal of endurance and staying power and just keep running it down, keep pulling 2-minute jams. You can wear people out if they don't have the same capabilities as you. And so it looks like Spick and Span's just going to keep a nice light jam, and he might be running down the clock. We got about 30 seconds left. He's picked up 25 points already. See if he can just pick up some more points, or if he's going to call it. Oh, he's going to land himself a cut track. Yep. That means a power jam for Cher. But he's only got about 16 seconds, and he has not made it through his initial pass. They're signaling, hey, probably do a start pass, and so he hands it off to Sassy Sasquatch. He's got about 5 seconds if he's going to do anything. He's going to put the panty on, and it's going to be a boop, boop, boop. There we go. He got the panty on, and then that was that. Man, Dallas is really good at keeping them back. Looks like 28 points picked up by Spick and Span from Dallas, putting them up at 240. Uinta not picking up anything, keeping them at 103. We've got a tiny bit over 4 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, that has bumped up Spick and Span to be the second highest scoring jammer for Dallas with 42 points. Dr. Feelgood, of course, sitting on 71. Oh, and a high block for Mr. Testosterone.
It's going to be a power jam then for Spick and Span once he comes out.
As soon as he gets out of the box.
So he's going to sit down and then run away. He goes back into the pack. He's going to have a power jam. He will be eligible for lead, I believe so. He did start in the box, yeah? So he's going to be eligible for lead since Mr. Testosterone did not successfully get it. Mr. Testosterone is already standing. He's only going to have to spend as much time as Spick and Span stayed in the box, which was not very much. Spick and Span has got lead jammer status. He's approaching the pack just as Mr. Testosterone brings himself back on the track.
So Mr. Testosterone, I am not sure whether he completed his initial pass or not.
I don't believe so. He came out of the pack and immediately.
Yep, he got that. He got that.
If you go to
high block.
If you go to the box in your initial pass at all, even if they didn't have, even if lead would have been open, Mr. Testosterone wouldn't have been eligible because of going to the box in his.
Well,
initial.
Sure. I was just wondering if that was going to be a scoring pass for him when he came out of the box, or whether it was the initial. So they made him complete his initial pass. There is what it looked like, and they didn't give him a scoring pass right off the bat.
I misunderstood what you wanted, and I was like, please have rules.
No lead possible there. Just when he starts scoring was my only question.
Certainly.
And so I see Daddy Longlegs towering above the pack over there. And who's that wearing the star? That's Robo wearing the star for Uinta Madness.
Uinta has 104, Dallas 244. We've got 2.5 minutes left in this game.
And a big pile up at the back of the pack.
Looks like Daddy Longlegs is involved in that pileup, so he's going to be hanging out in the back. Is he getting called off for a back block? In fact, that is a power jam for Robo, who also has lead jammer status. Uinta's power jam. See how Dallas accepts that, whether or not they do. They're already recycling Robo back to the back after knocking him out.
Yeah, Johnny Turbo and Dr. Feelgood, very good at that. The low pro out there blocking.
Knocking him around. Gets past. Looks a little bit winded from getting knocked around that much, and he calls it off. It's going to start off for a power jam for Uinta. Who are they fielding for jammer?
No, that's their go-to jammer. That's a Mr. Testosterone.
Gotcha. Mr. Testosterone is going to start off with his team having 109. Dallas Inception's got 244. It's a power jam from Mr. Testosterone. So let's see what he can do with that. We've got all 4 blockers for each team on the track.
Yep. Oh, Mr. Testosterone gets by easily.
Wow.
Dr. Feelgood tries to put a big hit on him, and had he made that hit, that would have sent Mr. Testosterone flying through the infield. But
you
since he
see
missed,
the power behind
yeah,
it.
absolutely. But since he missed it, they have to let him go out of play. Yeah.
5 points for Uinta, and that is a penalty for.
That's Dick Diamond. Yeah, he's going out for a blocking out of play penalty.
So it looks like Mr. Testosterone trying to get his way through the pack. He is joined by Daddy Longlegs, who is no longer in the box. Mr. Testosterone does have control of this, so if he thinks Daddy Longlegs is about to score, he could call it off, but Daddy Longlegs has got to at least make his initial pass before he's truly a threat to him. That was a 5-point pass, followed by a back block call on Mr. Testosterone. Looks like we're going to have a full 2-minute jam. We've got just over 1 minute left in it.
Yep, the period clock, though, will expire during this jam.
And this is going to have to be the last jam of this game.
Yep, there's no way to stop it now. The enabler takes a star pass, and now the enabler out there racking up the points for Dallas.
So Mr. Testosterone is standing in the box. Looks like there was a no pass, no penalty, so Dallas only picking up 4 on that pass from the enabler. Mr. Testosterone rejoining the players back on the track, slowly approaches the back. He's got about 20 seconds if he wants to do any scoring. The enabler surely does, and he picks up 5 points on that pass. Mr. Testosterone spinning around, mowing his way through, going just a little bit outside. He looks pretty bummed out about it. He's going to have to go all the way back to the back. Dallas is, of course, going to make him go back as far as they can.
Yep, there's Dr. Feelgood reeling him back.
Yep, I saw him.
And that whistle will end the game.
So right now, the unofficial final is 124-258 in favor of Dallas. We're going to wait for the official call, though. What did you think about the strategy change in the second half?
Well, I think Uinta really did make some changes. They tried to get some different jammers in there. They tried to do some stuff, but nothing that they did was effective. I don't think anything was going to stop the Dallas Inception to put this game away. They really brought it out there, and you could tell, too, they brought their tough jammers to start out with. They started throttling back a little bit after they got a big lead, and putting some of their slower jammers out there. I don't know. Do they have another game that possibly to play in the tournament?
Let's see the bracket. You mean Dallas?
I do.
Let's see.
So I think that, or was this for 3 and 4?
I think this was for 3 and 4 because the final men's bout is going to be Cornstalkers versus the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
I believe this was 3 and 4.
Yep. So we've got for the men's today, we have in 3rd place the Dallas Inception, and in 4th place we have Uinta Madness.
Well, it was an excellent bout. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. I am Julia Sleazer, and I have been joined here by Professor D.
Thank you very much, and tune in to the next game.